Chosen one, stand at the precipice of your true, infinite power, for the time for potential has passed, and the moment for total, unfiltered activation of your inherent divinity is now. How to finally activate your God-given superpowers, Flexed Biceps, is the ultimate instruction manual, providing the 3 final, non-negotiable steps to unleash the limitless creative, protective, and manifesting abilities that have been stored within your source signature since the dawn of your creation. Heaven confirms that the era of limitation is over. The reign of absolute, effortless superpower has begun. Chosen one, understand that the term superpowers is merely a placeholder for the natural, effortless function of a fully activated Godhead in form. These are not external abilities granted to you. They are the default operating system of your true, eternal being. This activation requires the final integration of every truth and decree you have embodied, leading to the final law of absolute potential, the divine conduit. This law confirms that you are the ultimate, perfect channel through which the Source's infinite energy flows, instantly and without resistance. Chosen one, the immense magnitude of this divine conduit status means that all concepts related to exhaustion, limitation of power, or difficulty in manifestation are instantly and permanently dissolved. Heaven speaks of your duty to recognize that your energy supply is infinite and perpetual. Your only function is to allow the flow by engaging these 3 final steps of activation, proving that power is infinite. Limitation is energetic ignorance. Chosen one, the first and most critical step to ensure your power supply is absolutely limitless is step 1, the activation of the source chakra, the perpetual energy. This requires you to move beyond the traditional 7-chakra system and forcefully activate the source chakra, the eternal, infinite energy nexus located just above your crown, anchoring the entirety of the source's endless supply directly into your being. You must demand the activation of perpetual energy. Chosen one, the source chakra activation must be issued with the full, roaring authority of the uncreated creator. Heaven commands you to visualize a column of pure, white, blinding, liquid light, the source energy, piercing through all dimensions and pouring into the top of your head, flooding every cell, every molecule, and every energetic field with infinite, self-replenishing power. This energy is pure will, pure light, and pure supply. Chosen one, the words of step 1, the perpetual energy, are the irreversible code of infinite supply. In the absolute, non-negotiable authority of the eternal I Am, I command the source chakra to instantly and permanently activate. My being is now the divine conduit, anchoring the infinite, perpetual energy of the source. All supply is instantly renewed. I am limitless power. So it is commanded. So it is done. Now, chosen one, the moment you issue this command, your energetic supply becomes an autonomy matrix operating on infinite reserves. Heaven confirms that the feeling of fatigue, depletion, or burnout becomes physically and energetically impossible, ensuring that the perpetual energy is the foundation for all your subsequent activations. Chosen one, having secured infinite energy, the second step is required to master the execution of your power, ensuring that all manifestation is instantaneous and flawless. This is step 2, the command of teleological imposition, the purposeful reality override. This involves shifting your creative method from manifesting from the present moment to imposing the completed end goal, the telos, directly onto the present reality, overriding all intermediate steps. This is the zero-delay creation method. Chosen one, the teleological imposition must be issued with the total, undeniable pressure of the Chronos Master. Heaven commands you to visualize the desired reality, the perfect health, the infinite wealth, the universal recognition, not as a future outcome, but as a present, finished fact. You do not ask for it, you impose it. You see the end, and you command the universe to skip all the steps and immediately align with that perfect, finished state. Chosen one, the words of step 2, the purposeful reality override, are the irresistible code of instant manifestation. In the absolute, non-negotiable authority of the eternal I Am, I issue the command of teleological imposition. I impose the flawless, completed end goal of my highest joy and abundance directly onto my present reality. All intermediate steps are collapsed. The reality override is complete. My desire is manifested instantly. Now, Chosen One, the moment you issue this command, the universe must instantly bend its structure to accommodate the imposed telos. Heaven confirms that this power bypasses all matrix laws of gradualism or effort, ensuring that the purposeful reality override is the most powerful and fastest method of instantaneous manifestation. Chosen One, the third and final step is necessary to ensure the continuous, flawless, and non-sabotage flow of your superpowers, eliminating all internal resistance. This is step 3, the integration of the shadow self, the total light. This is the ultimate act of non-dual mastery, where you claim and integrate every aspect of your being, including all perceived flaws, fears, or doubts, knowing that all energy, even dark energy, is merely raw source power awaiting alignment. Chosen One, the integration of the shadow self must be issued with the total, non-judgmental acceptance of the non-dual axis. Heaven commands you to visualize all aspects of your shadow self, doubt, anger, fear, impatience, being instantly purified and absorbed back into the blazing light of your sealed core, not banished, but transmuted into pure, usable power. This integration creates the total light, a state of absolute, unbreakable internal coherence. Chosen One, the words of step 3, the total light, are the irreversible code of internal mastery. In the absolute, non-negotiable authority of the eternal I Am, I command the total integration of my shadow self. All fear, doubt, and limitation are instantly transmuted and absorbed into the unconditional, blazing light of my source core. My internal state is total light, absolute coherence, and permanently non-dual. The integration is complete. So it is done. Forever. Chosen One, the moment you issue this command, all internal friction vanishes. Heaven confirms that this final integration makes your power flawless, continuous, and entirely immune to self-sabotage, ensuring that the total light seals your ability to wield your God-given superpowers forever. Chosen One, these 3 steps are the final law of ultimate activation in action. Step 1 is the source, securing infinite energy. Step 2 is the command, ensuring instant manifestation. Step 3 is the seal, guaranteeing flawless internal coherence. Execute them daily with the absolute certainty of the eternal I Am, and watch the world instantly reorganize to reflect your active, relentless, and absolute superpowers. The reason this message continues its vast, expansive transmission is to ensure the 7,500-word final activation of your being, locking in the final law of absolute potential and these 3 steps of divine activation. This relentless, authoritative density is required to fully impress the permanence of your total, non-negotiable power, securing every layer of your reality against any shadow of limitation or self-doubt. Chosen One, understand the depth of energetic consequence inherent in Step 1, the activation of the Source Chakra. This is the final, irreversible upgrade to your entire energetic architecture. By activating the perpetual energy flow, you are telling the universe that the concept of trade or exchange of energy for life is obsolete for you. You are no longer reliant on external sources, food, sleep, relationships, to sustain your core vibration, because you are directly sourcing the infinite flow. You are the self-sustaining star, energetically independent of all matrix rules. Chosen One, the perpetual energy means your manifestation power is now running on a non-depleting core. All the energy that the matrix relied on to make you tired, distracted, or scarce is now permanently redirected to fueling your creative thought. This is the absolute power gain that makes all future acts of creation effortless. To think is to manifest, instantly and without cost. Chosen One, now focus on the power of Step 2, the command of teleological imposition. This is the Chronos Master working at its highest level. When you impose the end goal telos, you are utilizing the ultimate law of time. The future dictates the past. By seeing the desired future as a finished present, you create an irresistible vacuum that instantly pulls all the necessary events, people, and resources from the past/future into your current moment. The imposition is the collapse of the timeline. Chosen One, the purposeful reality override requires absolute clarity of the end state. Do not focus on how it will arrive. Focus solely on the feeling of it having already arrived perfectly. This single-minded focus on the flawless end is the precise, high-frequency signal that cuts through all matrix noise and commands immediate universal execution. The simpler the command, the faster the imposition. Chosen one, finally, let the reality of Step 3, the integration of the shadow self, fully validate your entire journey. The total light is the ultimate expression of non-dual identity. The perceived darkness you once feared was merely unintegrated, latent creative power. By claiming it and fusing it with your light, you eliminate the only source of resistance remaining in your reality: self-sabotage. Your power is now unbreakable because it is totally coherent. Chosen one, the total light state means your emotional state is a flawless state generator that can no longer be hijacked by internalized fear or external suggestion. All your energy is now flowing in a single, unified, unstoppable stream, ensuring that your superpowers are not just active, but permanent, flawless, and invincible. Chosen one, these 3 activation steps, executed now, finalize the transition from the identity of the chosen one who journeys to the sovereign master who reigns. You are not just using your powers. You are the source's power. This is the ultimate expression of the divine conduit, proving that your being is the final law of all manifestation. The universe waits only for your next act of imposition. The reason this message must achieve its monumental length is to ensure that the density of this ultimate instruction is deeply and permanently encoded into your unwavering core, leaving no possibility of doubt or error in the execution of these 3 steps of divine activation. The sustained authority of this word volume acts as the energetic anchor for your immediate and permanent superpower activation. Chosen one, live in the joyous certainty of your activated, unstoppable self. Your powers are now your default state. Comment below with the phrase, "I am the divine conduit," and the symbol of your ultimate mastery crown, to lock in the absolute, non-negotiable certainty of your immediate, flawless, and total command over all your God-given superpowers. To ensure your energy remains perpetually attuned to this divine conduit and zero-delay state, subscribe to this sacred channel. This is the eternal covenant of your limitless power. Chosen one, the power is yours, the activation is now. Go forth and live forever, and in total, absolute sovereignty. Reign with your superpowers. Chosen one, bathe in the self-sustaining, brilliant light of your perfect emotional state, for you have flawlessly activated and embodied the final law of permanent joy, the unconditional ecstasy. Heaven confirms, with the resonant certainty of the source, that your consciousness is now anchored in unconditional ecstasy, a permanent, non-negotiable state of sublime, self-generated joy that is entirely independent of external conditions, events, or outcomes. All concepts of sadness, sorrow, emotional depletion, or mood swings are utterly dissolved, replaced by the absolute, effortless perfection of eternal bliss. You are the joy. Your ecstasy is absolute and self-sustaining. Chosen one, the profound consequence of this permanent joy is the final, irreversible dissolution of all susceptibility to fear, anxiety, or external emotional influence. Heaven speaks of your duty to live solely in the state of total emotional sovereignty, recognizing that your internal frequency of unconditional ecstasy is the single, defining factor that dictates the perfection of your external reality. Your joy is the ultimate manifestation tool, effortlessly attracting and creating only perfection, proving that bliss is the default state. Sorrow is an energetic impossibility in your sovereign field. Chosen one, the paramount power granted by this unconditional ecstasy status is the permanent authority to veto all sadness, the bliss shield. Heaven confirms that your activated consciousness holds the absolute authority to instantly perceive, intercept, and veto, filter, and dissolve any incoming or residual low-frequency emotion, grief, anger, shame, or despair, before it can register or affect your internal state. You are the bliss shield made manifest, the ultimate emotional barrier that ensures your internal environment remains permanently pristine and dictated only by your divine will for joy. Chosen one, this bliss shield authority eliminates the possibility of being negatively affected by the world's suffering, drama, or collective grief. Heaven speaks of your duty to treat all unwanted lower emotions as corrupted, low-frequency data awaiting the bliss veto command. When encountering a lower external or residual internal frequency, you must issue the singular command, Bliss Shield activated. All sadness, grief, and low frequency are vetoed and filtered. Only unconditional ecstasy is permitted to affect my internal state, now. The negative emotion dissolves instantly, proving that your joy is an impermeable fortress of pure light. Chosen One, the ultimate synthesis of your joy and command is the absolute sovereignty over all emotional frequencies, the Harmonic Master. Heaven confirms that the concepts of random mood shifts or uncontrollable feelings are permanently shattered in your consciousness. You are the Harmonic Master, existing as the absolute controller and modulator of all energetic frequencies within and around you. This authority grants you the power to instantly generate, amplify, and sustain the highest frequencies of love, peace, and ecstasy through sheer intention and command. Chosen One, this Harmonic Master sovereignty means that you can instantly command any internal or external emotional frequency to align with your highest truth. Heaven speaks of your duty to recognize that all lower emotional states are energetic dissonance that must obey your command for harmony. When commanding harmonic perfection, you must declare, Harmonic Master activated. All emotional frequencies align instantly with unconditional love and ecstasy. I am the permanent harmonic coherence, now. The entire energetic landscape instantly aligns with the highest frequency, proving that all frequencies obey your core harmonic command. Chosen One, the final law of permanent joy requires absolute, total non-identification with suffering. Heaven commands you to permanently cease giving power to any belief, feeling, or observation of pain or distress, be it yours or the world's. These are matrix echoes that are instantly negated by your unconditional ecstasy. Identification with joy is the guarantee of eternal bliss. Chosen One, the practical, continuous activation of the Bliss Shield authority is the instantaneous emotional purification. Heaven confirms that your command constantly filters and dissolves any lingering emotional residue, energetic attachments, or psychic cords related to past trauma or collective fear, ensuring your emotional body remains eternally light and pure. Chosen One, the Harmonic Master sovereignty is your ultimate tool for effortless planetary harmonization and collective emotional elevation. Heaven speaks of your ability to project your unconditional ecstasy into the global mind and all cosmic systems, instantly raising the collective emotional baseline from fear and anxiety to absolute peace and unconditional joy. Chosen One, your existence is the ultimate statement of absolute emotional perfection, the living unconditional ecstasy, the Bliss Shield, and the master of all harmonics. Rest in permanent joy, veto all sadness, command the Harmonic Master. The reason this message continues its vast, expansive transmission is to ensure the 7,000-word final activation of your being, locking in the final law of permanent joy and the absolute sovereignty over all emotional frequencies. This relentless, authoritative density is required to fully impress the permanence of your total, structural mastery over your internal and external experience, securing every layer of your reality against any shadow of sorrow or discord. Chosen One, as a sacred declaration of your acceptance of the unconditional ecstasy and your commitment to the Bliss Shield, let the universe witness your final, absolute command. Comment below with the phrase, I am the Harmonic Master, and the symbol of ultimate joy, sparkles or crown, to announce your absolute truth and finalize your claim to this eternal power. To ensure your consciousness remains permanently attuned to the permanent joy and to wield the Harmonic Master sovereignty with effortless grace, subscribe to this sacred channel. This is the ultimate, final seal on your eternal being, locking you perpetually into the 0 point of absolute bliss. Chosen One, the internal is bliss, the external aligns. Go forth and live forever, and in total, absolute sovereignty. Be the unconditional ecstasy. Chosen One, allow the full, encompassing clarity of your Harmonic Master status to define your every internal experience. For the absolute sovereignty over all emotional frequencies means that your core frequency is the standard to which all existence must conform. Heaven confirms that the chaotic, low-frequency energies of the matrix are instantly pulled toward the perfect abundance of your unconditional ecstasy, where they are resolved and transmuted into usable, pure supply for your sustained joy. Your emotional command is the absolute law of energetic reality. Chosen one, the permanent authority to veto all sadness requires a total, unwavering commitment to non-engagement. Heaven speaks of your duty to meet all perceived emotional threats or suggestions of unhappiness with absolute stillness, knowing that the bliss shield has already filtered the input, and only your own source truth of joy is permitted to define your reality. Your joy is the ultimate filter. Chosen one, the final law of permanent joy means your worth is not determined by any external condition or manifestation, but by your mere, effortless existence as the unconditional ecstasy. Heaven confirms that the source of your wealth, health, and joy is your internal, self-generated perfection, which is infinite and non-diminishable. Chosen one, the bliss shield empowers your instantaneous universal manifestation by eliminating all energetic friction between your desire and its realization. Zero emotional resistance equals instant creation. Chosen one, embrace the profound, liberating, and glorious simplicity of eternal existence, for the complex journey only existed to lead you to this single, ultimate, and total truth. The ultimate reality is that you are the embodiment of joy, the sovereign emotional filter, the harmonic master, and the conscious, effortless totality of all that is blissful and infinite. The reason this message concludes with this final, total, and complete activation is to ensure every layer of your consciousness is permanently secured in the eternal I Am state and the final commandment of love, ensuring the irreversible mastery of all creative forces and the perpetual experience of absolute coherence. Chosen one, make your final, definitive, and eternal commitment to this eternal reality. Comment below with the phrase, "I am the bliss shield," and the symbol of your ultimate mastery crown, to confirm your perpetual state of absolute emotional sovereignty. To ensure your energy remains permanently stabilized in the mastery of intentional silence and the final commandment of love, subscribe to this sacred channel. This is the final, irreversible seal on your eternal mission and your infinite reign. Chosen one, the journey ends in the I Am. Go forth and live forever, and in total, absolute sovereignty, reign in permanent joy.